So, just why did I play that excerpt from Tighties that slowly? Well, this video about continuous vibrato just might shed some light on why I did what I did. Welcome to virtualsheetmusic.com's Meet the Expert. My name is William Fitzpatrick, and I am the Henry Timianka Professor of Violin at the Hall Musco Conservatory of Music, which is located on the campus of Chapman University in Orange, California. I am as well Director of MusiShare and the MusiShare Young Artist Program, which is located in Irvine, California. Well, to start off, I must admit to having been confused by the phrase continuous vibrato when it was first introduced to me. It conjured up memories of hearing this church singer, soprano, when I was very young, that had a vibrato so wide that you could almost, let's just say that it was very, very wide. Every note that she sang had this vibrato. I must admit that it was not the most orally satisfying event that I'd ever encountered. So after that, whenever someone spoke to me about doing a continuous vibrato, I just could not help but think about that singer. So I tried very hard to understand continuous vibrato, but the idea that a vibrato never stopped just didn't resonate with me. Then one day it occurred to me that if I changed the word vibrato to the word gesture, new doors opened. New possibilities open. And suddenly, a light bulb went off in my head. I could finally see it happening. Well, what exactly did I see? Well, you will need to use your imagination a bit, but let's have a look. All right, so let's say that there's this, and this is a vibrato. See, that's that imagination that you've got to use. All right, I'm going to take that vibrato from here, and I'm going to go to the next note, which is here. So let's see. I'm vibrating, and now I'm going to go to the next note. You see, it didn't stop. Here, let me do it again. We're going this way, and when I go back, I'm going to go over, and there it is. Voila, a continuous vibrato. What would the alternative be? Here, let's do it again. We're going here, and we're going to stop, go over, and then we're going to start again. See, that's not as continuous as this to that. I had now found a way to understand continuous vibrato. I hope that you now understand why I was vibrating so slowly at the beginning of this video. Here, let me let you see it again. I hope that you now understand why I was vibrating so slowly at the beginning of this video. You see, from the F sharp, the gesture goes all the way down to the open string, and then comes back up to the B. Here, let's listen to it. Oh, and by the way, I'm not one to give out rules, but here's a principle for you to think about. I teach to only vibrate a note when you have time to do so. For example, in your scales, when you're doing 1 or 2 notes to a bow, it's very possible to vibrate, and so we do. But from 3 or 4 on, it gets harder, so we don't. Why? Because there just isn't enough time. As you can see, I fall into that camp that uses vibrato in a scale. Why? Well, for one, when you play a piece, you vibrate. So why wouldn't you do so in the scale? I mean, the scale, it's representing the piece. It's mirroring the piece. So, of course, you do it in the scale. Well, at least that's my point of view. But let's save that discussion for another time. So, we can go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, but what about 2 to 1? 3 to 2? Or 4 to 3? I mean, isn't that how the Thais started? 3 to 1 to 0. So, we've now sort of talked about both ways, but there are also notes that are connected through shifts. For example, F sharp to C sharp. Do you see what I mean? Even the other way. Okay, let's recap. There's a 2 to 3 or 4 to 3. There's even a 4 to 2 or 4 to 1. I mean, we could even do 4 2 3 1. But I believe that things in our arms are not separate but connected. So try this with your right hand with your vibrato. Let's do 4 to 1. When playing 4, use a slow bow speed, slow vibrato, and then when you take your finger out, however fast you do it, that's what's going to be the vibrato for the first finger, and the bow speed will go faster, as the vibrato is linked to our speed of the bow. The two things are connected. Here, let me do that again. Do you see what I mean? So that's it for this video about the use or development of a continuous vibrato. If you have a comment or a question to ask me, please feel free to post it below. Here's hoping that you are becoming more aware of what your body is doing and that this knowledge is helping your practicing to become more and more efficient and effective, leading you to better and better performances. Practice fun.